think a performance like this, not only you, but just the overall team, kind of quiets critics?
Probably not. But we won the game. That's all that matters, truthfully.
How important was it just to get a win after 3 games lost, 2 here at home?
Just to get a win. That's all that matters. That's why there's no disrespect to your question. That's all that matters. I mean, winning the football game. We didn't care if it was pretty ugly. We just wanted to win the game, and we did that. And it took all of us, and it took the whole game.
Yeah, when Najee is running the ball like that, obviously that was kind of the design coming into the season. You guys would be able to run the football better, maybe take some pressure off yourself and the passing game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he did great tonight. But, the running game is more than just one person. It's the line has to open things up, and they did that. I don't know that. I wish I could give you a better percentage, so I don't want to say a wrong number, but there's a very high percentage of those runs today from the shotgun especially were RPOs, and we probably had some of the throws, but I take it out of his hand when it's just when you're grinding it and you're getting it, and it was fun to watch him kind of excel and take over. And I thought Benny came in at the end of the game, ran the ball really hard, KB too. So I'm happy for Naj, really am. I'm sorry.
Does that ability to go to the run, does that keep you pressure?
It's just different types of offense. That's all.
And the 59-yarder to Claypool, did you anticipate Miller on him based on your formation? Did you see that pre-snap, and did you attack that specifically?
That actual play was kind of designed to go to Naj on a linebacker. Was kind of the first read, and so they rotated a corner down at the last minute. Kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye and took me off of that because the whole time I was just watching. I didn't realize Bond was on him at first. So the whole time I was watching who was going to guard Naj, who had him, and inside leverage, outside leverage, was a safety coming. So I was over there the whole time, and once they rolled to the kind of a cover 2 on that side, it brought my eyes right back over, and Chase is the first read on that side, and just so happened to get him the ball in space, and he's going to make something happen.
And just against Miller in general, it didn't look like you guys chipped him much. You didn't have 3 guys blocking him.
Well, we still had chips over. I mean, we did have chips over there. We weren't going to sacrifice our whole by putting extra tight ends and extra guys over there. We asked Chooks to do a job against one of the best pass rushers in the game and one of the better ones of all time, and I thought he did a great job tonight.
Ben, on one of those runs that you mentioned, did you use less motion this game than other games, and does that make a difference at all?
No, I don't know about less. We had some motions, under center, some stuff. It's kind of one of those things when you can stay on schedule. We were able to stay on schedule. Picking up positive yards on first down always help. Some of the stuff from the gun, there maybe was some less, but there was still plenty of motion under center, the jet stuff.
Getting that lead and being able to build on it in the third quarter, what does that kind of do for your offense?
Well, it's encouraging. Obviously we would have liked to have stayed on the field at the end of the game, to finish it. We were able to go out and get points, which is big. 3's not ideal, but it got us to a point that we were okay with. But, I told the guys before that drive, I said, listen, we either end the game on the field or we score points. Next time I'll try to be more specific with how many points. But, that was a good drive. I'm not sure how much time we used, but it was a decent amount and went down the field, and kind of everyone contributed in that drive.
Power running, third down conversions, and you hit some deep shots. Is this how this offense has to perform to be at its best?
I think it helps. I don't know stats. I don't know the numbers, but it felt like we were converting a lot of third downs. I'd love to know what our yards on first down were. That's big. When you can get 3, 4, 5 yards on first down, it makes those third downs much more manageable. And I felt like we were in manageable third downs today.
Ben, what went to your touchdown pass to Claypool? It looked like you might have looked off Kareem Jackson. Was that what happened?
Yeah, it was Coach Cannon, a heck of a play call. We had something set up. We put Chase on the inside. It was actually a double move outside to Deontay, and they kind of slacked off him, and there were 2 high safeties, and I knew Chase was going down the middle, so the best thing I could do is try and keep the safety left for a little as long as I could, and just try and deliver it close to where he can make a play, and he did the rest. The line gave me great time.
And what did you see on the touchdown to Deontay on that opening drive? It looked pretty similar to the one you guys had a week ago against the Packers.
No, different play call. We just had a go route, got inside, and he faded out and made a great play. It's what an awesome play by him. He's a great football player.
And then you talk about RPOs with a lot of the run. Are you just count the guys in the box, or you just have a feel that this play might work?
Oh, Mark, I can't give you our secrets because then they'll figure it out. But there's a lot more involved. There are a lot of things involved. Box counts and safeties down one way or another. Sometimes just a look. So there's a lot more involved than just kind of which one you're going to do.
And I don't know if you were able to get some yards after the catch on some of those quick slants and whatnot, which you hadn't been getting. Any difference today? Anything they do that made that happen?
I think guys just stepped up and made plays. I think a lot of that, obviously Chase's was big. Deontay in that last drive, probably not the most ideal. Dobbs was telling me on the headset that the coaches were like, it's not there, he's not going to throw it, he's not going to throw it. Josh was like, he's going to throw it. And sure enough, got it to him. And when you get the ball to a guy like that in space, and sometimes space doesn't have to be a lot, it can be a crack, and he's going to make something fun happen. And, that's just guys making plays. And I told them going in that we – obviously, thinking about Juju and, Chase wasn't getting many reps in the second half. And, we needed guys to step up and make plays, and guys did that. And that's what I think I'm most proud about.
And why was the line better today?
I don't know. They just did a great job. We ran the ball. They gave me time throwing the ball. We had, I think, one sack, and it was a sack fumble. That's on me. Good coverage sack. Tried to get out of the pocket, and didn't know the guy came around from behind. So I don't know why they played well, but they did, and I'm happy for them.
You guys have been pretty unanimous in your response to the 1-3 start. No panic, don't listen to the noise, absorb the negativity, all that. Does that stuff reach a saturation point? Would that have been harder to sell at 1-4?
I guess we'll never know.
Ben, last couple Tuesdays, Mike's come in and said Ben's dealing with X or Y or whatever.
Right.
I think you left to get checked out after the sack. Maybe I think maybe you could get your hand on a helmet at one point. I mean, just physically where are you at compared to 3.5 hours ago?
Sore, but I just played an NFL football game, and we're all a little sore. So, it feels better when you win, though.
And you said that we're looking at some things mechanically when we talked on Wednesday. Obviously, you're not on tape right now, but do you feel like you made some strides in that area?
Yeah. I mean, just how you feel after the game. I haven't looked at it yet, obviously, but feels like some things were there, and felt a little more comfortable moving around.
Two more. Ben, from a chemistry perspective, when you have less receivers, is that easier to build chemistry? Say when Juju goes out, you have Deontay and Chase, or how do you prefer that?
Yeah, it's we're rotating guys in. You see Ray getting in there, Cody coming in, and that's just from practice. I mean, in practice we don't just have 2 guys or 3 guys. We try and rotate them all in so that we understand what each guy's doing. I hate that I missed Cody on that deep crossing route. But just happy that guys can step up. And like I said, we just feel for Juju and just ask everyone to pray for him.
Does the clock in your head ever change from week to week in terms of when you feel like you have to get rid of the ball? And what was it like today as the game played out?
Yeah, sometimes. And it kind of sometimes can go as the game goes, I think any quarterback, they'd be lying if they told you they didn't sometimes think about that, like, okay, the ball's got to come out, whatever. Today it felt really comfortable. I felt like I could sit back there and slide and go to second and third reads at times. So, like I said, I'm proud of the way the guys played and fought today. We challenged the line this week to be better in the pass game, be better in the run game. And honestly, I thought they answered the challenge, in my opinion.
How do you do it?
Oh, Mike.
How do you challenge them? You just say play better, or is it a long conversation?
Oh, it's a little bit of both. I think Coach Canada, kind of challenged. I don't know what happens in their O-line room. I'm sure Clem is on them and getting on them. I know Coach Canada was very vocal this week. And for me, this week was about just trying to encourage, talk to each guy and tell them that, I believe in them. I know they can do it. And, I'm not sure which each one responds to, if it's the yelling or the encouragement. But each coach and then myself and maybe other guys just trying to encourage and let those guys know that we need them. We're going to go as they go. So that's kind of how it went.
Any more?
Another follow-up, Mike? Mike.
Just preparation throughout the week. Just been cracking at it, and excuse me. Sometimes when you're going, things don't fall your way. Today might have been one of those days where it just kind of fell our way. So it's just something to build upon. I said this early in the week on Tuesday or Monday, I believe. It's never playing outside of yourself, and it's never doing more than you can do. I don't go out there and I don't try to play for the center. I don't try to play for the right tackle. I play right guard. And I think as a line, when you play your position and you try not to do too much and you play within the confines of the team, I think good things happen. I think it's just about us pressing and continually staying and keeping our foot on the gas pedal and getting better. This is an ever-evolving league. We put some good stuff on film this week, and now we've given opponents a way to look at us and attack us. So now we got to figure out another way to go out and attack them. So, it's like I said, it's something to build upon, but it's a weekly thing.
Trey, did you share that with any of the younger guys on the line, and do you think they stayed maybe more within themselves today?
Definitely. My words carried through. Weekly, I don't really change my words because what I speak is what I believe. And everything I say, I firmly believe it. So it's just preaching, man, let's keep going, let's keep pressing. When you feel like you have somebody on their heels, keep going. When you feel like they have you on your heels, you need to push harder. And I think everybody understands that. And I think, like I said, this is a week that we could grow and we could build upon.
You talk about those building blocks every week with the run game, especially looking at Najee. How big of a step is this for him to get a 100-yard rushing game?
It's huge. You could see the boost in his morale. You can see his smile's a little bit bigger, a little bit brighter. I'm just happy for him, man. I was happy for the kid last week when he was able to get in the end zone, man, and finally get a rushing touchdown, It's all about watching it and seeing everybody prosper. I was able to watch Chooks go out there and battle and do phenomenal with how he did. I'm watching KG and Dot battle. I'm watching Dan on the other side. I'm kind of watching Dan on the other side battle. And it's just cool, man. It's one of those things where you just keep going, man. You keep building. We know this is just one game. We know we have plenty more out there to go get. But it starts about being 1-0. So we 1-0. We're going to enjoy this tonight and come back to the drawing board tomorrow.
Trey, you guys were able to get a lot of yards on the first down. How significant was that for you guys? Was there any extra potential need to try on first down, trying to get ahead of the chances?
It was huge. That's definitely huge when you could come out and run the ball and get some yards on first down and make second and third down manageable, even if you get the third. There's always an emphasis on run. We have a great quarterback. I'm glad that I'm able to play with Ben. But as much as he loves to throw it, as much as we like to watch him sling it, I love to run the ball too. So we could get that going, and like I said, keep being even, an even team, being able to attack via air and being able to attack, via the ground. I see some good things happening for us.
Trey, Sam said all season you guys were going to be a power, physical run team, run offensive line. Was today the best example of that so far?
It's a start. It's a start. I never get too ahead of myself because we're always searching for the perfect game. I'm always searching for the perfect game, and it's still out there. We haven't found it yet. So it's like you said, it's something positive and it's something to build upon, of course. But it's now we seen what we could do, so you can't go back. You have to keep pushing forward. So we have to keep getting better and keep getting better, because if we don't come out there and put on this performance again, then what good was it for?
Ben said a lot of those runs were RPOs. He just kept checking into the run part of it because it was working. Mm-hmm. Did you guys feel that momentum starting to build early in the game?
Yeah, you could definitely feel the momentum, and we played a great team. They had a really good front, some big backers, and they was coming downhill, and you just had to meet force with force, meet fire with fire, and it's an iron on iron. Coach Tomlin likes to use that, but it can't be more true than that. It's iron on iron, and our iron was a little bit hotter today.
What was the mood like in there, considering how close it came down to the wire there?
Man, it's football, man. 60 minutes. It's all 60 minutes. We don't come out here and we don't play for 30 minutes. We don't play a half. We don't play 45. We play the full 60. So the game with the full 60, and I think everybody on that sideline and on that field stood in the game, and we came out victorious.
I know you mentioned that you are one about taking a game-by-game approach, but how much can it help the momentum of the team, especially one that relies on younger guys like Najee and some of the young O-linemen, to see a win, to turn around a 3-game skid going forward?
Definitely huge. You can't replicate that feeling. You can't replicate going out there for 60 hard-earned minutes and walking away with a win. And we had had a few rough weeks the last few weeks, and today, man, it just felt awesome. So hopefully we could keep that energy and keep it up and keep it going, man, because I think we have a really good team.
One Miller had just 2 tackles on the day, no quarterback hits. How
key on him this week, and what did you guys do to limit his big day, stopping him from playing?
You know, it's a 11-on-11 game, but man, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Chooks had a phenomenal week of practice, had a phenomenal game. He came and he strapped up and he was ready to go the whole game. I just think, like I said, I've been saying, I find myself repeating myself, but it's just building upon things, man. It's a stepping stone. You don't get too high, you don't get too low in this league. And the reason you don't is because it's going to always be another guy. It's going to always be another week, another opponent, another game. So I try to stay even-keeled, learn from what I can learn, build upon what I'm good at already, make that better. And what I'm not so good at or what I'm seeing that needs work, let's attack it throughout the week and let's go put it on film on Sunday and let's see how we got better. So we're going to go and look at the film, and of course we're going to applaud and we're going to laugh and we're going to see some good things, but we're going to go and correct what we need to correct so we can keep getting better and moving forward.
Does that have a message after the game? Last two. Does he say anything to you guys as a line after a game like that? Ben, does he have a message to you?
I mean, we been talking the whole game, but his message is simple, man. That's how you win. Whether he throw it, that's how you win. Whether we run it, that's how you win. We had to do our job on both sides, whether we run the ball or pass the ball. So we should be getting congratulated either way. That means that we know what we're supposed to do.
Trey, Quarter 4 had a pretty good game against Noah a couple, 3 years ago with a spot start. Did he talk about that at all leading up to the game?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Quarter 4 had a pretty good game against Miller a couple, 3 years ago. He got thrown in like a spot start kind of.
Yeah.
And he handled him.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that? Did he say anything? Did that come up?
Yeah, we talked about him having some experience with him from playing him previously, but you know, it's any given Sunday, you know, and it's a new Sunday, and it wasn't that last Sunday when he did, so he knew he had to come out and be ready to go, and man, he did. Took care of business. Thank you.
Thanks,